Good morning. Thanks for joining me in the cozy nook this morning. It's probably about 7 o'clock. Cats are outside eating. Just chilling, having my coffee. In the grumpy mug today. The other one's in the dishwasher. And I'm too lazy to take it out. Hey, let's talk about your big beard. In the past year and a half, I have heard more questions that are obsessive, OCD, and believe me, I'm in an image business. So I know what it's like to have to look presentable, to be in front of camera, to be in front of people. And I used to do that for a living, actually, be in front of camera. But for every day, the obsessing over the beard is just... After having the big beard like this is what I can say. Best advice I can give somebody is let it go for months. Don't tell me you've been growing your beard for 3 months. Don't tell me you've been growing your beard for 4 months. Let it go for a year. Man, I made every mistake that is known to man. If I had it to do all over again, I would grow it for 1 year before I even touched it. Now there's a couple things you gotta kind of give zero you-know-whats about. One is what other people are going to say. Another one is just adapt to the food, the eating habits. I trimmed this beard so many times and trimmed this stash so many times I lost track. Even though it's huge, it would be, honestly, I would say 6 inches longer now that I'm approaching a year and a half. It would be 6 inches longer if I didn't screw around with it so much. Now I took my little vitamin growth thing that I have that I'm kind of keeping close to my chest. But it was an experiment and it worked. So I had to learn how to eat, learn how to drink. I went from pints to bottles if I go out. I've used all the appliances. I have done as much as I possibly could to keep the white beard from getting discolored. Not a lot of habits changed. They should have changed. I trimmed the stash so many times because of sauce and coffee and gravy and things like that. I've conditioned it, deep conditioned it. I took 3 inches off, can you tell? My goal was 3rd button and I was past my 4th button. And I took off 3 inches in the past 2 weeks. A couple different trims. Now I don't trim anything here. I don't trim anything here. I only trim this arc right here. That's it. Because remember, it was boxy. So my thing is this, looking back on a year and a half beard, and I'm getting restless now. I'm getting really restless because I'm kind of a changeaholic. I'm not a set in my ways kind of guy. And the minute I start feeling set in my ways, I do something to shake it up. So now that the nice weather's here, it's getting warmer, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll change the beard a little bit, whatever. And I might, I'm not sure. But after a year and a half, okay, if you're a single guy, get used to people either liking or disliking. Not unlike your face. I mean, people are going to like your face or not like your face. But if you're a guy, a single guy, get used to that there are women that don't like beards. They're going to be surprised. If someone is lucky enough to get close to you, they're going to be surprised at how soft it is. Because if you've done 1/10 of the things that I've advised in the past year and a half, you're going to have a soft beard. It's going to feel good. And people are going to be surprised. And they're going to be surprised how good it smells too. I mean, I've had that more than a few times. But I will tell you this though. Coming from a guy who is very social, who's an introvert, who gets social and then goes back to introvert. In other words, I don't like living amongst the action. If I want action, I go to where the action is, have my fun, then I go back to solitude, which is a great way to live. Excuse me a second. But I will tell you, from coming from a guy who is very social, very active, divorced, dating, not throwing an anchor down, having a multitude of female company, I will tell you the last year and a half has been one of the driest for me. Now I'm closer to 60 than 50. So I will tell you this, that maybe it's because I'm that old. I don't know. I mean, people like the beard. Women like the beard. They're used to it. But when they see pictures of me without it, they instantly say, I like you better without the beard. Those that have only known me with the beard like the beard. But there's always something keeping them from moving forward. If I feel like there's anything there, just being honest with you. Now, some people have said, grow the stash out. What? And isolate myself even more from society? And make more of a mess? I want my life to be easier as I get older, not harder. I don't want, like, the most basic thing in the world, think about it, like eating, sleeping, and pooping. I mean, the three most basic things in the world. Eating has become a challenge. Sleeping, like those of you with the longer beards, you know what I'm talking about, when you roll over and your beard gets caught and starts yanking on your face. So it's like a little bit of a challenge. So you try different things, or you tie it up, or whatever. As far as pooping, that's cool. Beard doesn't interfere with that. But I will say this. Going number one in front of the toilet, there's times where, in order to get the right aim, now, I'm only speaking to guys. This is not family friendly or female friendly right now. You know, you're standing in front of the toilet. Literally, sometimes you got to go like this in order to, and look down and aim, because it's like if the beard is particularly fluffy, you're not seeing anything down below. It's like when I used to be a little bit overweight, and like the joke is you can't see your feet because your belly is so big. I'm at the point now where I have to kind of like push the beard in to like, no more being said about that. Stop obsessing over the beard. Stop it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Keep it. Focus more on beard care than beard trimming. Don't even start thinking about shaping it. Like if I hit the reset button and reboot this bad boy, and I ever decide to, let's say I decide to go back to like goatee or clean shaven or whatever, and then I decide after that, I'm going to grow a beard again. I don't touch it. And I'm not kidding you, I don't touch it. Condition the hell out of it, but I don't touch the damn thing. For 1 year. I spent the first 6 months with this thing obsessing over it, man. If you look at my earlier videos, holy crap, obsessing. Let it go. Only until you start seeing the natural beauty of this thing, how it just lays and falls and blows and just, moves in the wind. In the hair industry, I like to, what's interesting, there's this movement, and this is not to put down any barbers, stylists, or any companies, because I love all the companies, and I love you. And as far as all the barbers in this world, I love half of you. As far as stylists, I love all of you. Almost all of you. I only say that because some of my biggest critics have been people in the industry, small thinking people, and I don't know. What do they say? Ain't nobody got time for that. So here's the deal. There's this movement of gluing the hair down, the pomade movement, the clay, the paste movement, where everything is just like glued down. And people have come and gotten their hair cut from me, men and women, and they're surprised at the simplicity of my cuts. Like the simplicity of my process, but the simplicity of the cut, because I want you to be able to do the same thing with your hair the next day that I did with it, today. I like hair to move. I'm not one of these people. I'm not whipping. You know the ones I'm talking about too, the pomades, the real, the tattooed boys and their pomades. And all the skin fade beard boys with the side parts and all that stuff, with the glued hair. What people have forgotten is that hair is meant to move. It's not meant to be glued down. Same thing with beards. There needs to be movement. Movement. And for a year and a half, I've been saying, let it grow and let it flow, man. Just let it go. Let it hang like curtains in a window on a windy day. And that's the beauty of it. When you start experiencing that, it's like, yes, I've arrived. It feels great. Someone will say, well, why do you want to shave your beard? Because I'm a change addict. I love change. I love switching things up. I look different now than I did 2 years ago. 100% different. I like being a man of many talents and many faces and switching things up and challenging my neurons. But as far as the beards are concerned, let the damn thing go. Keep it conditioned well. Wash it, co-wash it, condition it, oil it. Go easy on the balm, go easy on the hold products, unless you have a photo shoot or you have to be somewhere where you have to have a certain look. Now, I'm just out of bed. Literally. Woke up, fed the cats, after I plugged in the coffee, having my first cup right here. Man, I love coffee. Holy cow. Do you like coffee? I got some good coffee news coming for you soon. I'll be sharing with you some coffee news for those of you that love coffee. But here's the thing. Let it go, man. Let it go. You don't know what your natural handsomeness is and your natural beauty until you let it go. And what's interesting, this is a metaphor for life. Just let it go. Let it go. Things will come to you. People will come to you naturally, okay? Or be repelled by you naturally. And that's how life is. It's a metaphor for life. The patience I have is unfreaking believable. I thought going through a custody battle with children and divorce and all that stuff was a patience builder. And it is. It's nothing like this, honestly. Honestly, nothing like this has taught me more than you can ever imagine. And I know you feel the same way. You guys that have the huge beards. And I'm the huge beard guy. I'm not the line-up guy. People come to me, they want the lined-up beards. That ain't happening. Ain't happening. Speaking of huge beards, what's today? Today's Thursday. One of my guys, he's in jail for 6 months. I'm going to stop by the lockup and see him. I gotta figure out what big beard guy too. And he came. It was interesting. He came to me. He wanted to get one last trim before he went to jail for 6 months. I don't know if he's allowed any beard oil or anything like that. I don't know if you can bring beard oil into a prison. I'm going to swing by. You know what's interesting is, imagine being locked up. You got a big beard and you're locked up and you don't have all your stuff. It's crazy, right? But I'm going to surprise him and stop by. Show him a little appreciation. If you were ever locked up, you know you appreciated any visits or any gifts. You like that. Helps you kind of do your time. Just little things like that. And you never forget, and you always remember the people that visit you when you're behind bars. And if you've never been behind bars, I would encourage you to get involved in some kind of prison ministry or something. And go and visit people whose lives, whose movement is restricted, and they're focused. You've never seen people so focused than people who are behind bars. Isn't it? How do we get on this topic? Go visit somebody in prison. Even if you get involved in a prison ministry or a tutoring program or a mentoring program, you have something to offer somebody who's behind bars. I don't want to say it's a captive audience, but kind of like a little play on words. But your wisdom, no matter who you are, will be so appreciated by that person or persons. I don't care if you go and do a reading group in prison somewhere, whether it be a county lockup or a federal or a state penitentiary. Go and read to people or teach someone how to read. Look it up wherever you are. Check it out, because talk about getting someone's undivided attention. I hope someone is inspired to do that. I hope someone is inspired, especially people who've, what's interesting is people who've been behind bars say, hell, I never want to go back there again. I don't want to go near that place ever again. You know what? It might be a way for you to grow, even though it's an area that you want to avoid like the plague. What's interesting is that if you get involved in some kind of thing like that, there's people there that have made dumbass mistakes for the first time in their life, and they're paying dearly for it. Now their freedom is controlled. And it doesn't matter what your message is, even if you just go and read to someone. That's all. That's all. Just go and read to somebody or teach someone how to read. They care about someone coming to see them, not so much the content of what you're bringing them, but it's just your presence that you care, because everyone behind bars thinks that the world forgot about them. Many of them rightfully so. There's a reason why people are behind bars. But always remember this. Justice and mercy go hand in hand. Justice and mercy. So we went from beard care, big beard care, to prison. Boy, that was an interesting segue, wasn't it? All right, back to beards. Let it grow, let it flow. Don't touch the damn thing. Got it? Let the natural beauty come out. Focus more on beard care than beard trimming. Timeless truths. And that time and length are the answer to most of your beard issues. For you new guys who are new to this game here and you don't want to travel back 500 videos to hear all this. All summed up in one video here. Focus more on beard care than beard trimming. Stop obsessing. Beards will bring the obsessive nut job out of everybody. Take my word for it. Just let it go. I didn't need any more OCD. I didn't need anything else to care for in my life when I grew this thing. I wasn't prepared for the temptations to trim and shape. I wasn't prepared for that. I never thought I was just going to wake up and enjoy it. Every day I got up, what am I going to do? I got bed beard, and I'm doing this today, so I got to make it look this way, and, what about my stash, and, is one side longer than the other, and it was a pain in the ass until I decided to just let it go. Honestly. Now it's soft. Stubble? What the hell is stubble? I don't shave shit. There's no stubble here. Here or here. Nothing. Everything is soft. Everything is soft. I love soft. I'm not into stubble, man. The heck with that. All right, that's all. If you like this video, just bang the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Forward the videos to people who you think would appreciate it. Anyone who's trying to grow a big beard. I'm putting together a course on Udemy on growing a big beard. Growing your first YEARD. And it's going to be a very comprehensive course. All of my wisdom, beard wisdom and experience distilled into one place rather than all kinds of playlists. And that'll be on udemy.com, along with a couple other courses that I'm creating. So a lot of things coming, man, because 2017 is the year that you get unstuck. You can do it. I know you can, because I believe in you. Now go out and do it.